So apparently, according to Jordan Schutz, Mike Panell asked to be released from the Cincinnati Bengals because he wanted to go join his former team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Which, oh man, that puts a pit in my stomach. I thought yesterday releasing him was a very weird thing to do. And I get it, at the end of the day, it's like, listen, the guy, definitely has not lived up to expectations. He hasn't been the worst player of all time, but he definitely hasn't helped us win. So it kind of did make sense in that context, like maybe the Bengals are just trying to go pick someone else up or trying to make a move, especially with putting, Shaka Haywood and Matt Leo on IR. 3 roster spots are opening up. But instead, no, the Bengals are not trying to go make a move. They are doing their typical thumb up their butthole and swirling around in circles. That's really all they're doing. But Mike Panell, he's the one who requested it. So he requested to be released, which, I mean, man, this is an interesting year. Most likely the Bengals will end up signing someone else, especially because Mike Panell was technically a starter on this team. He was a rotational starter, but he was still pretty much a starter. So I'm going to guess they sign another defensive tackle. At this point, I wouldn't mind they just go and get Christian Wilkins. I think that's probably going to be the best bet at this point, because you're not going to really find another starting D tackle in free agency. And even then, I mean, what are you really going to get from that whole circumstance? I kind of wish the Bengals tried to trade Mike Panell to the Chiefs and maybe just got like a 7th round pick back. Instead of just accepting the fact he wants to be traded, they could have just simply said, nope, we're not going to trade you, but we're not going to cut you, but we will try to trade you to the Chiefs for a 7th round pick. I have to assume they didn't even go through that process of trying to make that work. They probably just said, yeah, whatever, dude, we'll cut you if you don't want to be here. But in reality, I feel like they could have used this as a great opportunity. Although Mike Panell didn't want to play for us anymore, so there's not really much leeway room the Bengals had in that situation. I don't know. At the end of the day, it is what it is, All respect to him. He wants to go play for a team that, what are the Chiefs now? 5-3. And we're definitely on the bottom swing of our, season right now. Obviously, it's not over. Very close to being over, but not over yet. If we beat the Bears, whatever. Things could happen. Honestly, if the Dolphins beat the Ravens, that's going to really just make everything not make sense anymore. But hey, listen. That's always possible. Ravens could lose to the Dolphins, and then the Steelers are going to lose this week to the Colts. And if we beat the Bears, well, you already know. We're going to lose another stupid game, and then it's going to all come crashing down. But hey, that's the Bengals, and that's why you love them. And that's why we absolutely hate Mike Panell now. Like, oh, man. I don't know. It's like, I don't blame him because he is like older veteran. So he probably wants to play somewhere where he's going to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. He signed with us because he probably thought, hey, Cincinnati's a great chance this year with Joe Burrow to go win the Super Bowl. And instead, it ends up just being, Bengals fell apart and injuries suck. And this guy's not really, going to help it. I'm going to assume when he goes back to KC, because they're hosting him for a workout, he's probably going to go right back to what he was last year with them, which is just a stopgap rotational guy. Their defense has gotten a lot better since week 1, too. So I don't even know how much they're actually going to utilize him. Somehow, some way, we're going to get our season back on track, right? And then somehow they're going to cut Mike Panell, and he's going to end up back on our squad at the end of the year. That's would be the ultimate circle of life moment, is that if he gets cut and then he ends up back on our squad yet again. But I think the Chiefs at this point, they pick him back up. They'll probably just keep him until eventually he retires with them at this point. But 34 years old. Yeah, he actually might retire after this year, to be honest. This might be like his last run is with the Kansas City Chiefs at this point, because 34 years old, man. You're not coming back in a very positive way after that. Whatever. Anyway, I made this video way longer than I wanted to. I rambled way too long, but I'll see you guys in the next one.